Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Punisher, and we have some spectacular news for you on this almighty hump day. And it's going to be a lot of the same subject. And I will get to that soon. Happy hump day. It's the Punisher here. And don't forget to subscribe. Look at my rings. Bam, because I'm busting heads. Lots going on. Let me start on a light note. Everybody know Glenn Powell? Glenn Powell is a pretty good actor. I like this guy. He was on Top Gun. And he just recently moved back to Texas. He says, it's a spiritual place. I like to get to a place where I can unwind. You just can't get off the app, figuratively speaking, in Hollywood. So Glenn Powell, great guy. Like I said, he was on the new Top Gun. And I might also say, Smashed Kitchen. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Smashed Kitchen. I love this guy's products. He has ketchups and mustards and mayos. It's called Smashed Kitchen. You can get it at Walmart. It's an organic condiments at the price that people can afford. Look for it at Walmart, ladies and gentlemen. Smashed Kitchen. I love it. I've been using the ketchup and the mayo for a while now. Particularly ketchup. Of course, I'm going to always be a Hellman's mayo guy, but I will try that because it's organic and it's cheaper than the normal organics. If you go to any other store and you see organic, it's always higher priced. He specifically markets to people who shop at Walmart to get organic price at less than the price of regular ketchups and mustards and so forth that are filled with all sorts of crap. So try it. I'm proud. Otherwise, this entire show, and I'm just going to say right off the bat that Operation Smoking Guns is moving to a 3.5 right away, right now, in light of the theme of this show, the Epstein Files. Ladies and gentlemen, Delegate Stacy Plaskett, delegate from the Virgin Islands, did you hear this? This is absolutely ludicrous. This person, during the middle of a congressional hearing in 2019, was literally texting Jeffrey Epstein for advice, for questions to ask on Rona from Cohen while he was under being questioned. And get this. Jeffrey Epstein writes back and says, "Good job," and he also applauded her on her appearance during the testimony. I'm like, incredible. She is in a hearing in Congress texting the pervert Jeffrey Epstein, who was only months away from going to prison after, by the way, already being charged earlier in 2008. This guy was already a pedo. It's crazy. And you know what the funny part of this is? Is they got timestamps on the texts, so they went back to the testimony, and now you can actually see her live at the moment she was texting Jeffrey Epstein during the hearing. Incredible stuff. And as a result, Ralph Norman, a Republican, is recommending that she be censured. This is incredible. It's like conspiring with the pedo, the enemy. Anyway. So anyway, that's going on. Monitor that. A lot going on with that stuff. Wow. That's just wow. And then you hear this guy named Larry Summers, former president of Harvard University, was texting Jeffrey Epstein all the way up to the time he was going to prison. And then he comes back. He gets caught. And then when he comes back and says, I need to back off from the public light, and I go back and get with those people that are important to me and help repair the damaged relationships that I've caused. I'm so embarrassed. Holy cow, the guy was going on for years getting relationship advice from Jeffrey Epstein. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. So, needless to say, in a rare occasion, almost a unanimous vote, was it 429-1, I believe it was, in the House that voted to release the Epstein files. The Senate swiftly approved this, and I think now they have 30 days to get their act in order and to release the files. A crap ton going on. A crap ton going on. Meanwhile, the investigation is really, really picking up as it relates to the attempted Trump assassination back last year in July of 24. Incredible. The FBI then said that there was literally no footprint for this young man. Piece of crap. They were completely freaking lying. This guy had like 17 social media accounts. We will admit that he was pro-Trump up until 2019, and then somewhere between 2019 and 2020 he had a drastic shift. He turned against Trump. He began posting videos talking about assassination and killings and this and that. This is the only way to go. And then they have video of him getting in his posture. Video, and I don't know if he was looking for perfect posture or his stance or what, but they got him on video. It's like incredible. There is so much information out there that shows his hatred towards Trump and Republicans. It's incredible. A lot of things going on with that. It's we go back to that time frame and we see the number of things that just didn't make sense. The quick cleanup of the roof, the whole lie about the slope of the roof, complete freaking nonsense. There were people that literally were pointing at the roof and saying, there's a guy up there, ladies, there's a guy up there. And they still let the president come out. The moment they hear people saying there's a guy up there, they should have pulled him back, secured the situation before ever letting President Trump, who was soon to win his second term, they should have never had him on the stage. An incredible failure by the entire system, ladies and gentlemen. But a lot of that is rehashing old news. I realize that. But this is incredible stuff. So let me bring it down a notch. Whew. Because I am wired for sound, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, I haven't commented much about my whole thing with the cough, but I am about back in shape. 99% back, maybe 95. I'm doing good. All right, Punisher's back. President Trump met with the Saudi prince yesterday, and he will begin selling F-35s to the Saudis. This is a new and exciting moment. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've always had my reservations about them fellas, but sometimes it's about keeping your enemies near. Okay? Your enemies can be friendly, but the Saudis often treat President Trump with great respect, like when he went over there. But he had him here for the first time in 7 years because President Biden didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Hell, I don't even know if he was awake at any time during his presidency. Maybe he got up to eat breakfast. Maybe that was the time he was awake. Sometime between 10 a.m. and, 1600. So anyway, there's that. And then I'll end with this, ladies and gentlemen. This is great. When people come together, I love it. Okay? Nicki Minaj has not often been like a big Trump fan, but guess what? It just shows where your paths can cross and show something in be in unison with somebody that you may not agree with all the way. And that is Christian killings in Nigeria. Nicki Minaj is going to be meeting with the president, and they're going to be talking about this. This slaughtering by radical, crazy Islamists has got to end, okay? Don't ask me to respect you when you kill others in the name of their religion. Actually, in the name of your religion, you're killing those because of their religion. You are garbage to me, okay, when you do that. Garbage to me. Treat women like crap. Treat the look. It's crazy to me that the LGBTQ folks would support the very people who are out to kill them. It never made sense to me. But anyway, let's hope we fix that. And then I'll end with this. I'll emphasize that we have moved to 3.5 on Operation Smoking Guns. And then I'm going to drink to you, my fellow patriots. And I'm going to ask you to go ahead and subscribe. And then I'm going to take the cigar. Oh, yeah. I haven't heard anything from the my threatener. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. The Punisher's got it under control. You know it. I know it. The American people do know it. Screw James Whitey Bulger. We'll talk to you later. Bye. I really didn't expect this to be a 12-minute video, but here we are on a hump day. Punisher just had so many different things to do and talk about today that is what it is. Screw James Whitey Bulger. We'll talk to you later. Bye.